kind of tough result for us. Getting back into that game and the elation of that moment, and then to kind of feel the same disappointment with PKs that we felt there, and it's cruel. It's cruel to those guys because it's always a little bit of a roll of dice and crapshoot, and to go out twice in that way and play as well as we did tonight, and to not win it in regular time, just disappointing. But I said to the guys, it's not a great season because great seasons you hold trophies, and but it was a really good season, and we had a lot of hurdles. Whether it's the breaking the away record, whether it's the points record, playoffs twice in a row. There's a lot of good. They don't want to hear that right now, but I think when we reflect, it was again a tricky year and a choppy year, and to put ourselves in this situation against a good, experienced team, I think shows a lot of character and what we're about, and maybe more importantly, they continue to kind of show more about what it means to be a Houston Dynamo player and what this team is capable of. So again, very proud of the season and the effort in these two games. Obviously, there's when you get 2 red cards, I'm sure some of you will ask about that, but that's not how you win playoff series. So that's an issue, and usually that doesn't happen. But again, for some reason, in 2 games, I'll have to look at what Hector did and what that looks like. I know it was. I don't know. We've had 5 red cards against Seattle in the last 2 years, 5, 6. I don't even know. It just seems like every time we play them, we end up getting red cards. So it's a little bit of a rivalry there. But we have to make sure we're smart and give ourselves the best opportunities to win. Those are my thoughts overall. Happy to take questions.
We'll start with Danielle up front here.
Have you had a chance to talk to Hector about?
Nope. No, I haven't talked to him about it. Just address the team, but no individuals. I'm assuming, from what I hear, he spat at the referee, and anytime you do that, you're at the mercy of these guys.
I mean, are you at all surprised that it was kind of 2 heat of the moment, emotional, mental errors that have? Yeah,
I'm surprised. If you watch us this year, that hasn't been a theme. I will say, the first half, things build in games, and referees make a moment like that, and of course, okay, you can throw the book at him, but the way he manages the first half, and I don't want to get into it because it's sour grapes at this point, but again, the way he manages the first half is unacceptable, and that boils up into the second half, and halftime becomes the guys bitching about the referee. And so I don't think he did a good job. I don't think the referee in Seattle did a good job. So it's no excuses. Seattle's a damn good team. They're hard to break down. They're experienced, and they won 2 PKs. But over the 2 series, or 2 games, I felt like, we didn't get as fair a shake. That doesn't mean that was the reason. Both can be red cards. But again, the management of these games, I thought both of them could have did a better job to not let that kind of start to brew. And again, both of them weren't at their best, but neither were Coco and neither were Hector in that moment. So it's not all on them.
In the middle there.
Hey, Coach. 2 games, you guys only scored an own goal. Had good possession, but the chances just never came. Kind of like a microcosm.
The chances did come. The chances did come tonight. We had plenty of chances. He made total big chances. We had 4. Those are big chances. That's what this says. The 1.34 expected goals. 18 shots. 7 on target. Shots inside the box, 14. That's enough. That's enough. We have to put them in the net, to your point.
Yeah.
Right? But as far as you creating chances, no, that's not the issue. And creating good chances. Now, I can't wave a wand and put the ball in the net. But what we're doing and what we're creating here, in particular in this game, I thought we had a very good game. It was a slow start. I thought 15, 20 minutes they were better than us. We survived it. They're a good team. It's a reason why they're fourth in the West. And I thought for the rest of the game, we were on the front foot, and we, I thought, dominated that game. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be winning that. But again, red cards change games, and that's on that's on Hector, and that's on me as a coach that needs to have a team that's disciplined. And so that's my take on this game. I have no doubt that we even down a man at times we were threatening, and so yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you answered my question. Was going to be a scoring. What do you make of Seba's performance in place of Coco today?
I didn't think there were many bad performances out there. I thought we had good performances across the board. And Sebas is a guy that has really grown into this season. Guys from abroad, it takes some time. And he's a perfect example of someone who comes here, has to learn the game model, has to learn America. And this year he's done a great job for us, and he's played a bunch of different spots. And he's going to be a nice piece for us going forward.
Yep.
Coach, you guys, I've been seeing this team since it started, and the enthusiasm that this team on the field tonight was something I haven't seen in a long time, and that's credit to you. But how hard was it for you, again, playing 10-man, playing a man short, and trying to have these guys go out and play that hard?
It's not hard for me to get these guys to play that hard and to give. It was a great night. Weather, a little rain, great crowd for us. It was a packed house. So, it's a good group. It's a good group. They give for each other. And unfortunately, again, the red card, I think, changed the game. And but as I said before, it's a good season, but it wasn't a great season.
It's just, and it's early too to try to talk about the pieces that you need for next year. But just talk about that for a minute.
Well, we got a lot to think about as far as, we've had a 2-year stint with this team, and you don't want to, I don't think, change too much. There's a lot of good here, but you do want to add, and you want to get, to your point, we want to get better in the offensive end. We're a pretty sound defensive group. Can we get more guys that, really capitalize on some of the moments that we're getting and putting our team in because of how good we are with the ball and the chances that we create. So, Anali will come back, and Quinones, and so we will have an interesting group next year. But who comes back, who doesn't? We got to keep talking about that, and I assume I'll be here, and we'll see if what we can put together.
And just to wrap it up for me, you guys control possession of the ball most of me. And what I saw was most of the match. How hard is it to try to break down this team, this Seattle team? I mean, and they've been around for a while. I know that, but just going into the match,
when you look at this team, I've said this all week. I've said this for 3 weeks. I said it when we went there before. All data shows that they're the best defensive team in the league, or one of them. So, own goal, that's a goal. We got numbers. I don't care how it happens against them. So they're savvy. They don't beat themselves, right? They didn't get red cards, right? They didn't give up necessarily goals until the 90th minute when we threw the kitchen sink at them. So that's why they ended up winning this series, is because they didn't get the red cards. They didn't beat themselves, and in some ways, we beat ourselves with some of the discipline stuff, and then obviously PKs. It's a little bit of a coin flip, and that's a hard way to lose.
Hey, Coach, back in the back, Coach. I saw you walking off the field talking to the referee. Can you share with us what you said to him?
Nah. I just, I didn't see it. I still haven't seen what Hector did. I'm assuming it's a no. Whatever he did, and I'm assuming again you can throw the book at that if it is some type of if he spat at him. Again, I want to see it first before but I do think at times these guys get so caught up in the letter of the law and they just forget about the feel of a game, and sometimes they can have referees can have a thicker skin in this moment, but I haven't seen it. So if it's what I envision it and what I've heard, you're at the mercy of the court.
Can you just explain to the fans and myself that may not understand just how difficult it is to play a man down for 32 minutes in a playoff game?
Well, we did it. We did pretty well with it. I mean, we limited their chances, and it becomes a real group effort, and you have to try to get some subs into because of the intensity of the running, and it's difficult. But they did it, overall over the two games, we played quite a bit, 20, 30, 50 something minutes down a man. We gave up one goal. We forced 2 PKs. I don't know. It's difficult, but it's not a place you want to live.
Ben, right here at the front. You mentioned in some ways you guys beat yourselves, but you also look at the numbers, right? You mentioned you did create chances. You had 7 shots on target. Obviously, aside from putting the ball in the back of the net, what could you have done differently to win this game?
Yeah, I don't know. When I look at this, it's just about scoring a goal. There's enough here. There's double what they have. So I don't. Yeah, score a goal, and not get a red card. Those would be two things that would have probably helped us win that game.
Coach, over here. What can you speak to about the fight back and the resiliency that this team showed down with 10 men both games, but being able to force?
It's great. Over the last 2 games, we've had some wonderful moments here, and to get a goal that late for the fans to at least push this to extra time was a great moment, and that's what I love about this team is they continue, whether it was the LA Galaxy or this game. There's great moments, and we're still building a fan base back, and these moments count. Even though we lost, I still think people appreciate coming to these games, the way this group plays, and the entertainment value that this team brings. So, those moments count.
Hello, Ben over here. I wanted to ask you about Brooklyn Reigns. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, he had to make a couple starting appearances, then didn't play so much, and now recently you've trusted him enough to the point where he's taking a pen in the playoffs and in his top corner. Can you tell me a little bit about his development this year and what you expect from him next year?
Well, he's earned the trust, and I don't care if you're 15, 17, 19, or a veteran. You have to earn trust. And Brooklyn, over the last 4 months, has really put a lot of confidence from the coaching staff to put him on the field in big situations. Give him a little taste, he does well. Give him a little bit more, he continues to do well. And that's just growth from a kid that we believe in. But it doesn't always happen. Everyone wants Brooklyn to be a starter, and sometimes it takes a couple years, and it has to be a kind of a natural time for him to grow and to be a part of the team and be a starter. He'll be a starter probably one day at this club. I can't wait for that. And we'll just keep pushing him as hard as we can until that happens.
Anything else in the room? Going once? All right, we'll go up here.
Hey, Coach. Someone could say that, Griffin Dorsey was one of the players that kind of, you can say, broke out last season. This season, is there any couple of players you think kind of, broke out this season that were, very consistent? One that comes to mind is, Mikael. Is there anybody else or, about him too?
Mikael was arguably our MVP of the year. He's a special player, and he puts out a lot of fires for us. And his passing has increased; it's gotten better. The way he can help us build our attack and split lines. But room to grow with him. There's still some things that he needs to work on, and we look forward to continue to work with him. But he's been incredible. I talk about Kowalczyk and him filling in, so in a different way, he's been a real plus and has really added to it. Artur continues to be Artur and just a rock and playing so many minutes and being that kind of fulcrum in there for us. So important in the locker room as well. Eric's had a very good year. Ponce's come in. Has been fantastic. He's just what we thought he was going to be. And so we're very, very excited about next year. It's just hard to kind of think about that right now, but it's a good group, and we're gonna add to it, and we're gonna try to get better. Good.
Anything else?
Thank you guys.
Good.
Thanks for the
All right.
season. I appreciate all you guys. Okay. Thank you.